Good morning. So I wanted to share today a lot of what's been on my mind has been my pattern of my life, the pattern in my life, the people that I've met, the journey that I've traveled, and the many what I used to think were people trying to help me, but there always was a condition connected to it. And I suppose maybe rightfully so for the times that we were living. What you give, you've got to give back, or you've got a certain amount of time to pull yourself together. You make your own destiny. You create your own life, and you do what you do in life. But my life has been slightly different in the sense that everything that I tried, every plan I put together never seemed to materialize into anything or anything longevitous, if that's even a word. I've had many interests in life, which maybe was a flaw of mine, but maybe flaws are just part of who we are. I'm different. I'm different to other people. I've never had one set of focus. I've had many ideas, many interests, and I did want to kind of be involved in all of them, which might have been a downfall of mine, hence why I've struggled a lot. I couldn't somehow find a way to focus. But the more I've been pondering on life, I've come to the thought that I've been observing many things. I've been observing how other people have done it, other people's formulas, and in trying to figure out my own formula in life, which I'm not sure I've found, I have come to understand that I suppose I was put in these positions to see what was going on. Now, whether it be being used as a pawn by God to experience for God, as we are all connected and we are all one, and we are all part of this journey going forward, a piece of the puzzle. And I suppose my piece of the puzzle was to actually see how, from being a together family, being at the same school from grade 1 all the way to matric, how a togetherness of people became and moved towards the separation of all. And that includes the togetherness of all our cultures, whether we were forced into apartheid in our country. What happened in our country has happened all over the world. But we were all forced together. We were all living in our togetherness pods, right? And then we were all separated and mixed. And everybody's gone their separate ways. Nobody understands anything anymore. People don't understand each other anymore. Now nobody talks to each other because now we're all too scared to say the wrong things. Well, in my case, that's it. I believe in freedom of speech, but freedom of speech also has gotten a lot of people into trouble. And there's so many issues out there in the world. I mean, you just have to look around, put on the news, listen to America, listen to Europe, what's going on, listen to the Middle East, what is going on. Like, what is going on? Nobody likes anybody. And even amongst friends, even amongst family, if my family and my husband's family are anything to go by, we're all scattered and separated, and nobody really likes each other. And if you do like each other, it's under pretentious circumstances. It's false. It's not real. Nothing is nice. As an adult, my life has been, like I say, my plans haven't exactly all come together. How I haven't exactly lost my mind, unless what I talk about and what I've been saying sounds like I have lost my mind, is actually incredible. But then again, like I say, I could be mad in making these videos and none of it makes sense anyway. But people did try and help me. My mother helped me. My friends have helped me. They've given me place to stay. But like I said in the beginning of this video, with conditions. You can stay, but. And whether they made it clear or they made it clear later on, it became a case of, well, you can't stay here anymore. I can't help you out anymore. I can't give you any more money. You are not getting a job. You are not finding what you need to. You're using and abusing what I'm giving to you, and actually it's enough now, you've got to go. And whether they said I have to go or whether I felt the need to leave, I moved on, right? But I've miraculously always found somewhere else to go, some other place to go. I've always felt like, well, where do I go now? What happens next? And there's actually always been stepping stones put in place for me, whether I could see them or I couldn't. Mostly I couldn't. But I landed. And then I would think, okay, this is where it is and this is where we're going to go. And nope, that wasn't it. And I needed to move on. So I've lived in many different places under many different circumstances with many different kinds of people. So when I say my life has been rough, it's been tough, I haven't been beaten, I haven't been abused and physically abused in any other way. I never turned to alcohol. I've never turned to drugs or any other substance abuses. I've kind of just stuck with me. Now call me a fool. Maybe I'm just a simpleton in this world, or I am mad. I can't exactly tell you. I don't feel mad. I feel actually quite clear about the journey I'm traveling. I just can't tell you where I'm going next. And I suppose maybe that's the mission or the plan God, the higher beings, the unseen crew that work with us put in place for me, certainly in my journey. And I've just gotten to a point now of, you know what, I always land, and I'm actually just going to trust the process. Without the arrogance, with more of the know that I am being taken somewhere, I am being guided, I have got support and help with me the whole way. But when it comes down to being a human being on this planet, our feet on the earth walking, and the separation that has become what our lives all are, the unrealness, and when I say it's unreal, when I was growing up, that word of unreal, it's unbelievable. They were just sayings to incredible things, like, wow, that's absolutely incredible, that's unreal. My dad used unreal quite a lot. But in my time now, when I say it is unbelievable and it is unreal, I'm talking about the real sense of unreal. When you have a conversation with people, when I have conversation with people, I just find people looking to say the right things. It's all very pretentious. It's all very literally unreal. It's not real. It's not true to themselves. They're not being true in my mind when I listen to them. They're saying what they think I want to hear. And I find it quite difficult to actually go back at them and say, well, what do you really feel about the situation? What do you really understand is actually going on? And when you ask those questions, people they don't know how to answer it. It's like, I don't know. It's all about the money. Or it's all about, nobody knows what anybody actually wants. And nobody knows what's really true about what is happening in their worlds. Now, I'm not sure if what I'm saying is sounding garbled, because I don't want to use particular examples. I don't want to get people into trouble. But looking around you and understanding your circles, your environment, is it true? Are you even speaking in true form, in true sense about what you are doing in life, the work that you are doing? Are you working there because you feel there's a purpose? Do you enjoy the job you're doing? And I'm not saying, yes, you must leave your job. No, you stay in your job, you need the money. You need to pay for your roof over your head. But what are you getting out of your day? What are you getting out of meeting the people you meet with, the conversations that you're having with people? When you go home and you're with your spouse, or you're with your family, your moms, dads, with your people, what kinds of conversations are you having? How are you feeling about the situations you are in, the circumstances that are driving you to get up and go in the day? Are you feeling true? Are you feeling it to drag? Is it inspiring you? Is it empowering you to get through the day? Or do you wake up, you do what you do, you go to work, you earn your money, you come home, you pay for the roof over your head, you eat the food that you need to eat, and then tomorrow you do the same thing, Groundhog Day styles? Or are you aspiring towards something? What are you aspiring towards? So what I'm actually saying, and where I'm actually going with this, is that it's time for a reset in my mind. In my mind, how I understand and I see the bigger picture of our world is to bring it all back, to bring us all back together again, to actually see what is going on. How are you guys mastering your own selves? What are you learning through your days? How are you seeing yourselves moving forward in this life? You know, I've looked at many things. My daughters have often said to me, particularly my older daughter has always said, Mommy, you can't fix me. You can't fix things. And as teenagers can throw things out, I was never trying to really fix anything. I was trying to guide people in a direction, or guide my children the way I thought they need to go. You know, and you want to do what's best for them. But at the end of the day, you do need to sit back and you need to let people have their own journey. I do believe, though, many people get lost, and sometimes we can step in and help guide people. And I suppose that's what I'm hoping to achieve with Live Smart Foundational Development of the Self, Live Smart Healing and Wellness, is in encouraging people to look at themselves, to master themselves, to put down all the old that cannot be fixed. It cannot be healed. You know, many things are healed and we're still trying to find something to heal ourselves with, but there's no more healing for many of us. The healing is done. But where to from here? Because you can't see the clear path going forward, the clear forward path. And I don't think it's always about knowing where you're going. Certainly in my life, it hasn't been about knowing where you're going, because I've not ever known where I'm going. And somehow I still don't know where I'm going, but I do know that life is at a reset. It's at a new beginning for many of us. It's not only me and my new beginning, it's you and your new beginning. And I suppose every day is a fresh new start, isn't it? But I think on a greater whole, on a bigger picture, across the nations, across the world, across our communities, across our groups, a reset is actually needed. We need to create a new language, a new version of ourselves going forward, to bring ourselves together and bring a new togetherness, a new unity, people to people, groups to groups, communities to communities. As I've been saying with my previous videos as well, is that we need to look at a reset. It's time to put it all behind us, put it all down, see where our patternings have led us, know what the lessons were. This is as far as it's come in the old way of thinking. It is time for a new forward motion, forward movement, a whole new reset of togetherness, of being, of creating, literally creating a whole new life for ourselves. We have it within us. Our unseen crew, be it God, be it Allah, be it Jeshua, be it whoever it is that you believe in your world, of the unseen crew, even if you believe there's nothing, people need to come together. We need to believe in ourselves. We need to look forward and we need to reset. So whether we know where we're going or we don't, it's time for a reset. Because what is happening out there, what we're all trying to fix, the glue doesn't stick anymore. The old way of thinking doesn't work anymore. The old ways of reasoning doesn't even make sense anymore. It is time. It is time for a reset. And I hope what I've said has made sense up until now. And reach out to livesmartfd@gmail.com. Tracy is my name. I would love to hear your stories, your patterns, what you've been going through, and are you prepared to join the journey in creating a forward movement? So this is me signing out for now. Until next time, we'll chat.